I'm looking at some type of chaos and fighting happening. So we want to make sure, and we want to stay way away from that stuff. All right, we want to be sitting over here doing your own thing, not worried about what everybody else is doing. Right? If you worry about what everybody else is doing, we get riled up and then we get involved in that shit. I mean, that's what we don't want to do. We want to distance ourselves from any type of behavior like that. Right? I'm looking at you going outside and taking a walk, enjoying nature. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're getting outside. You're looking at the birds. You're looking at the trees. You're touching the rocks, touching the grass. There's a feeling of connectedness that you're missing out on that needs to be embraced. Right? I'm also looking at you going over to eat at somebody's house. Make sure you're taking stuff with you. All right, if you're going to somebody's house to go cook, that's cooking for you. Make sure you take something, or we invite somebody over to your house to eat. All right, so we always want to make sure and show appreciation for that. All right, so I'm also looking at you going above and beyond and like taking a gift to somebody. All right, somebody that did something good for you. So we want to make sure and honor that. I'm looking at you getting some type of herbs you need to order. Some type of herbs that revitalize, strengthen, heal parts of the body that's broken, that's hurting. Right? So right now the body's like this, but the herbs are what you need to heal the body. We want to be turned into herbs, not doctors, not psychologists, healers, right? That understand that the herbs are the way to heal the body. It's through changing the diet is what heals the body. I'm looking at some type of misconnections taking place because of a car. So I'm looking at, this is the Empress coming in upside down. Right, so this is like you wanting to, we don't want to sit at home. We want to be going outside and going and doing stuff. But I'm looking at some type of issues with the cars keeping you from doing that. Or money to put in the gas tank, whatever that is causing an inverted response inside of you. Right, so we want to make sure and fix that. Focus on making that happen. Some type of issues about a car are popping up. I'm also looking at another blockage point is going to be drinking. So make sure you guys aren't drinking, aren't cutting that stuff out of your diet, out of your life. If you have other people that are around you that are influencing you, right, any type of influence at all to that stuff, we want to cut that shit out. Right? My dog just laid down, is grumping. All right, so drinking alcohol like that makes you grumpy. All right, makes you feel disconnected from reality. All right. I'm looking at you getting on a bike. Some of you guys are getting on a treadmill. All right, so getting on a treadmill, going to the gym and like working out, moving your body around. Make sure we're doing that. I'm looking at some type of victory that pops up for you, all right, in that situation. Make sure you guys are looking out into the world. All right, we want to be looking for your direction in life. Where are you going next? What are you doing in this place? All right, so you didn't come here to let time pass you by. We want to be actively participating in life, not standing by watching everybody else. We want to get involved in that shit. That shit's fun. All right, some of you guys need to be using your phone as a tool, not a weapon. Most people just scroll, and that's a weapon. But if you use it to connect to others, to promote and to better your life, now we take their weapon and we turn it into a fucking tool. That's how you use it, the system against the system, right? By using the technology properly, by using it to display and amplify the signal of what you want to impact the world with, right? So we have to learn that we don't let the phone control you, you control the phone. So we want to make sure and be distancing yourself, taking breaks, learning how to spend your time doing different things, especially things that'll advance you. Right, I'm looking at sitting down and a bunch of memories popping up about the past. It's going to be a reminder that you need to have things inside of you that need to be let go. There's a helicopter flying over right now. Some of you guys have got toxic people in your life. It says self-sabotage at the bottom. So whenever you guys have toxic family members or toxic lovers, toxic friends, and you don't do anything about it, you only hurt yourself. You only hurt your life. You only hold yourself back, right? So it's your decision to stay around these people, right? So even if you're in a situation where you don't have any money and you're broke, man, go. There's always a way. There's always a way. You can either see blockages or we can see openings, whichever way you want to look at it, right? We want to start asking, what is behind the veil? What is that? It says behind the veil on the card. I don't know if you can read that. Behind the veil. So understanding that there's a big veil over your awareness right now. And you can only see about that much of the world. Right? So you have to be the one that begins to lift the veil. No one's going to do it for you, and it's not going to happen on its own. So what we want to do is we want to be the one that's lifting it up and peeking up, make a bow, I see you. Looking under that fucking thing and understanding, where are we right now? What is this place? What is fucking happening when you're dreaming? What is that shit? Right? So asking yourself these questions, it leads to beautiful realizations. Right? We need to be real greedy, real selfish coming up. You guys need to hoard your gold. Right? So this ain't a time to be like helping other people out or doing things for others. Now is a time to be really fucking selfish. Right? So you're not going to help anybody out. You're not going to do anything for any others coming up. Over the next few months, you're going to focus on yourself. You're going to keep your money, and you're going to spend it on things that are going to improve your life, improve your ability to make money, whatever that is, right? People around you will hit you up for money, but you must say no, right? So we want to keep that shit. Fuck them. They can go out and get their own, right? You keep that shit for you, right? It's their own decisions, their toxic decisions that they made that got themselves stuck in that situation to begin with. You are not responsible, right? Now, we do the best we can. We help out when we can. But right now is not a time to be helping out others. Now is a time to be helping out yourself. Till you get to a place to where you're stable, then we turn back and we help out other people. Most people get burnt out on trying to do things for others, and then they end up not even being able to accomplish the things in their own life. Don't be like that. Don't do that. When we're not at a place where we can help others, then we don't help others, right? I'm looking at counsel. I'm looking at two people sitting down sharing ideas together. When that happens, I'm looking at the masculine. This is the Black King, the darker aspects to the masculine. So I'm looking at understanding some type of darker aspects when it comes to a masculine energy in the conversation. Some of you guys are also sitting around talking shit about Trump. No, that's funny. All right. We're going to actively be seeking love in all things, in all ways that you do. Everything. All right, so if you don't have love in your life, it's time to jump up and find it. I don't care if you're 50, 60, whatever that is, 40 years old, 30 years old, 18 years old, you need to be actively seeking love. If you're in that energy where you're single and you're telling yourself things like, I don't need a relationship right now, I just want to do me, I'm going to be by myself, that's toxic. That's weakness. Right? That's not love. Right? So love is perfecting yourself so that somebody else will want to be with you. Other people will find you attractive. So if you don't feel like you're attractive in the body and in the way you present yourself, then it's time to change that shit. Right? So we do our hair, we change our hair color, we change the physical aspects of the body. We begin to work out, we begin to lose weight, we begin to get healthy, right? So we begin to become presentable, right? So if there are insecurities in the body, then we need to perfect that so that we can go out in the world and obtain love. So making sure that you're always becoming the best version of yourself. When you're not in a relationship like this, it's extremely toxic because it doesn't push you to become better. You'll sit there in your pajamas all day long, flipping through Netflix while eating ice cream out of a tub for all 3 meals. Don't do that, all right? So when you're in a relationship like this, that person pushes you to become better, pushes you to change your behavior, pushes you to become the best version of yourself. But without that, people often drift down to a sinking ship of sadness. We don't want to do that. So make sure you're actively seeking love in your life. All right, guys, I'm going to end the reading there, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you guys like the reading and you want to book a private session, there's going to be a link down in the comment section or the description on whatever platform this is on. I will see you guys soon.